Cleopatra Bernard, also known as the mother of XXXTentacion, was recently on an interview where she revealed a bunch of information about X that we have yet to hear. X was raised in a Christian household. How do we know this? Cleo says that she was raised in a Christian household and that she believed in the Christian faith during the youth of X.
Did he ever mention numerology, astrology?
It didn't go too well because I was raised in a Christian home and it was just not something that I was interested in. Yeah, I grew up in a Catholic home and, Catholic church and just everything. I didn't really get into it with him. I just let him do his thing. And
we are led to believe that X was raised in a Christian household. In the later parts of his life, we knew he was not religious. In several interviews, he mentioned that he was not religious, as here.
My outlook on religion, I definitely do not have a religion because I feel like it's man-made. Anybody can alter the Bible. Yeah, I could go fucking print out my own Bible.
And the people. Even throughout this, we know that he was introduced to religion at a young age, and this may have driven his curiosity to further his search into the topic in his later years. X told his mom he would not make it to the age of 21. Why is this interesting? We've heard on the documentary that X said that he would not make it to the age of 21.
And he was fucking around with the chopsticks, and we were just sitting there, and he was like, "You're gonna be a great dad." I said, "You're gonna be a great dad too someday, bro." He said, "No, I'm not." And he just looked me dead in the eye and he was like, "I'm not gonna make it past 21. And then just went right back to fucking with the chopsticks. Like he hadn't said a thing.
He's always been saying this. We see here a first-hand example of him with his own mother, where his mother says that he told her that he was not going to make it. Here is the clip that I'm referencing.
Do you think he expected?
Yeah. Oh yeah. He talked about that all the time. Talked about it all the time, and he told me that he wasn't gonna make it at 21.
Taking it from her standpoint, it can be seen that X was very inconsiderate of his future years. And he may have brought this on himself or knew that something would have happened that would devastate his fans and his family. Even throughout this, he may have been warning us, and he may have been warning his mother of his soon passing through his constant reminder of such. X wanted a monk.
He also said he wanted me to find him a monk.
We knew that X was spiritual. We knew that X was in tune with himself and in tune with the laws of the universe. I've examined such in previous videos, as I'll link two videos, the videos on astral projection and chakras, where I break such down. In the time when X had blue hair, he wanted a monk. He wanted someone that could keep him accountable, someone that could teach him faith in a different aspect and to understand himself in such a greater context. This clearly aligns with his outlook in life in his later days, where he really wanted peace, he wanted sincerity, and he wanted to move on from any hardships that have happened in his life and to redeem himself as a true walker of this earth. X loved Kurt Cobain and The Weeknd.
Tell me who his idols were.
Kurt Cobain and The Weeknd.
Okay.
We knew that X had different influential people in his life, and he also spoke on several interviews where he spoke on the people that really influenced him, such as on a DJ Academics interview where he talked about how The Weeknd influenced him coming up.
There are only two artists that I know saved my life. That's Kurt Cobain and The Weeknd. And not the current Weeknd. You have to go listen to his old shit. He had his mixtapes. There were mixtapes. There was House of Balloons, there was Thursday, and there was Echoes of Silence. The subject matter is a bit different, but the energy behind it was real.
He says that it's based more so on the rawness and the type of vibe that was given off by The Weeknd that really influenced him into digging deeper into his music to use it for his own motivation. Coming from Kurt Cobain, a deranged mind, somebody who really talks about pain, talks about suffering, talks about the mental aspect of it, X must have found something he really resonated with throughout his music. And Nirvana is a great band. I love Nirvana. I know a lot of us love Nirvana. And for Cleo to openly say that X loved Kurt Cobain, such as Nirvana, sheds a different light into that music and brings new comparisons between Nirvana and the music of X. X became friends with The Weeknd before his death.
No, the only person, like I said, I've heard him talk about, like, that he was, like, idolized is The Weeknd and Kurt Cobain. And him and The Weeknd became friends, actually, too. They just didn't get a chance to collab.
I have not heard this. I didn't know this actually happened, so here is Cleo saying such. X became friends with The Weeknd before his passing. We knew that he looked up to The Weeknd in his life, on his come up, and throughout as a musical influence in his own personal life. But to see that he actually became friends with The Weeknd, he actually got in contact with The Weeknd, makes me happy, makes me smile. Shows that he really wanted something and he got something like that in his life and he was able to connect with an idol. Looking at us, if we ever got the chance to meet X, I know we would be extremely excited and it would be one of the moments of our lives that we would never forget. So for X to meet his idol makes it so much better given the limited time that he did have in his life. X was the only collaboration that Yeezy ever did.
We're the only people that he's ever done a collab with Yeezy merch. He did a Yeezy and X collab together. and we have a few songs with him as well.
Yeezy, clothing line made by Ye, better known as Kanye West, has many seasons and many different drops of clothing, such as shoes with the Yeezy 350s, the Yeezy 450s, the Yeezy 700s, as well as many different sweaters, pants, and they've also further expanded into boots. Yeezy has never been one to collab, but given how much Kanye was motivated and influenced by X, and how much he respected X, he dropped a clothing line with X. Here are some of the designs that did go live, as well as a tribute concert that did happen. Because of such, this sheds a different light on Kanye as well, to show Kanye's support to the late passing artist, and to know how much X looked up to idols such as Kanye on his come up. Cleo's dad's name is Constantine.
My dad's name is Constantine.
Why is this interesting? Well, Cleopatra is a famous Egyptian princess. Constantine is also a famous historical figure. Because of such, we are led to believe that X manifested his life, he manifested his death, he manifested his birth. Why would I say that? In the interview, they go into talking about how Cleopatra was an Egyptian princess, Constantine was a very big historical figure, and because of such, this is history repeating itself. This kind of sheds it as these people were very high in society and they were very respected figures. And X was also a very respected figure who would interline himself with such. X hated flying.
But he also hated flying.
I never knew that X hated flying. I've seen videos of X hopping on an airplane, and in his road trip to Denver vlog, they took a road trip around America to perform at different concerts. Being the figure that X was, flying would have been something in his arsenal that he would have had to undertake when flying to new venues, new concerts, new shows, and new cities. But X hating flying would have definitely mitigated such and declined the performance of such activities. X read The Power of Eight as well as The Alchemist.
Your son gifted you a book.
Yeah, Power of the Eight. 2 books actually, The Alchemist and The Power of the Eight.
The book The Alchemist is a very great book that talks about a boy named Santiago who gives up his mundane life being a shepherd in order to chase his dreams and follow a dream in his mind. Power of Eight talks about how to harness energy within yourself, quote unquote, life's greatest secret, and to tap into the extraordinary human experience that we are capable of experiencing. Both of these are books that interested X, and to see Cleo name them as such really sheds light to X's knowledge. We knew that X was interested in the Master Key, that X was interested in different books such as The Secret, but hearing Cleo say these books in essence provides a new light on X's knowledge. X never died.
Right.
We're all gonna go at some time,
Right.
but the influence we live in on this planet is eternal. Alexander the Great, Julius Caesar, Augustus Caesar, they're not dead because people always talk about them.
Absolutely.
Your son is doing the same stuff in hip-hop.
X's legacy will live on forever through the videos that I make, through the music that we listen to, and through everything that we indulge that's related to X. X's name will live on, and he will be the motivation for youth to come.